is VOA News. I'm Laurel Bowman. Israeli forces have escalated their air bombardment of the Gaza Strip. The Hamas-run health ministry claims that more than 5,000 Palestinians have been killed and over 15,000 wounded. More than 1,400 Israelis have been killed since the October 7th surprise attack by Hamas on southern Israel. And Israel remains poised for a ground invasion of Gaza, but the order hasn't yet come. At a joint news conference with French Prime Minister Emmanuel Macron, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the Israeli military's war with Hamas won't be short.
Hamas is responsible for civilian casualties, but we will do every effort to avoid them and to fight this war as speedily and as rapidly as we can, but it could be a long war. When this is over, the people of Israel will rebuild their communities, and the people of Gaza will no longer live under Hamas tyranny.
2 more hostages were released by Hamas overnight, 2 elderly Israeli women whose husbands remain in captivity, for a total of around 220 hostages still in the hands of Hamas. At a news conference, Sharon Lifshitz, the daughter of 85-year-old Yocheved Lifshitz, who was released, says the conditions and treatment during her mother's time with Hamas were fine.
She's telling us about sharing food with the people, that the people, when she first arrived, they told them that they are Muslims and they're not going to hurt them, and that they ate the same food that the Hamas was eating.
Meantime, Iran and the Lebanese terrorist group Hezbollah, which has ties to Iran, have threatened to join the conflict. This is VOA News. Suspected Islamist militants killed at least 26 people in an attack in the town of Oicha in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo on Monday night. That's what its mayor said Tuesday. He attributed the killings to the Allied Democratic Forces, or ADF. That's a Ugandan armed group based in eastern Congo, which has pledged allegiance to Islamic State and mounts frequent attacks. Ukraine's president has said that Russian naval fleets are no longer safe in the Black Sea near Crimea. AP correspondent Karen Chamas reports.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that recent Ukrainian attacks have stopped Russian ships from accessing safe bases in the sea near Crimea. Denying Russia secure maritime corridors is part of the Ukrainian military's aim to squeeze Russian forces out of the Crimean Peninsula. Russian-annexed Crimea provides support for Moscow's battlefield efforts further west in Ukraine. I'm Karen Chamas.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump is expected back at his civil fraud trial today in New York, with his one-time fixer-turned-foe Michael Cohen set to testify against him. AP correspondent Julie Walker reports.
Michael Cohen once bragged he'd take a bullet for Donald Trump. Instead, he's taking the witness stand against him as part of the New York State Attorney General's lawsuit alleging Trump and his company inflated assets to secure loans. Cohen, who was once Trump's lawyer, has said it will be his first time seeing the former president in 5 years. Trump was in court a few days last week and the week before, even though he's not testifying until later. He's been speaking to reporters in the hallway, proclaiming his innocence and calling the case, along with all the others against him, a witch hunt and politically motivated. Julie Walker, New York.
A Hong Kong court dismissed Tuesday a government bid to deny same-sex married couples inheritance rights, saying the refusal of such rights is, quote, an unacceptably harsh burden, end quote. The ruling by Hong Kong's Court of Appeal is another small legal victory for campaigners for LGBTQ rights in the global financial hub this year, a trend that activists say could prompt other jurisdictions in Asia, like Singapore and Japan, to examine their positions on inclusion. The Kremlin on Tuesday denied a report that President Vladimir Putin was ill and laughed off persistent rumors that he used body doubles to cover for him in public appearances. For more stories, we invite you to check us out online at voanews.com. You can also follow the Voice of America on social media. I'm Laurel Bowman for VOA News.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comment section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.